Hi everyone, Andy here, back with another video. A little bit of a different video today. Going to be giving you guys a bit of a personal update, as well as a bit of a running update, because running's not going so well at the moment. Well, as of today, it's not going so well. But we'll talk about that at the end. I want to share something with you today that's a little bit personal, and so that we're all on the same page. I love to take you guys along my running journey with me. I've had a great block of training at the moment, but I want to kind of dive into something that's quite personal to me, may or may not resonate with you, but just kind of gives you an idea as to where my head is at and what's been going on. And really had a chance to share an update a couple of months ago. I chose not to, but it's got to a point now where I feel like I want to kind of open up to you guys and kind of express how I'm feeling and everything that's been going on, because it's been a mad couple of months in my life and in my family's life, and I feel it's important to share this sort of stuff so that you know that when I come back into training, whenever that might be, you'll know kind of where my head is at, and you know, maybe we'll share all of that. So I made a video last year, title, I can't remember what it was titled, but it was sharing that one of my family members had been diagnosed with cancer. It was in fact my sister, and she was diagnosed with a stage 4 brain tumour. That was back, I think it was last February, March time, and she'd had a really long battle with that, and sadly she passed away in March this year. That was the opportunity that I had to sit down and make a video. I decided not to at the time because, again, sharing something on a personal level, I've been having counselling since kind of like October, November last year, I think it was. And that was kind of all down to my sister's diagnosis and struggling to kind of process it and cope with it. Again, winding back a little bit further with that diagnosis, it was around that time, and if you've been subscribed since then, you may have had questions around why I left my coaching setup at the time, because I was being coached, and I said at the time that I had this family news and I had to step back, and it really affected me more than I cared to admit. But I rolled through the year. I kind of left my coaching setup and kind of went back to being self-coached, because that's what I had always been before, bar one small stint of coaching a couple of years prior. And I just I couldn't handle the pressure of having this structure. I needed to get back to running for my enjoyment. This whole thing that my sister was going to pass away was eating me up more, as I said, than I care to realise. So it was a real tough pill to swallow, and sadly, well, peacefully, she passed away, and it was nice that she was at home and we as a family could kind of process it together. And my counselling has really helped me deal with that, and that's why I decided not to make a video at the time, because I was kind of working through the grief and allowing myself to feel everything I was feeling. Had some frustrations, had some anger, but ultimately came out the other side and kind of rolled through with things. Sadly though, whilst that was going on, my mum had been dealing with blood cancer, myeloma. I think she was diagnosed with that about 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Again, I can't remember the timelines. Everything's a little bit fuzzy at the moment. But she'd been managing that really, really well. And myeloma is something that there's a lot of treatment options out there for people. Obviously, it's terminal. You can't kind of get rid of it. Well, I don't know. There might be some treatment now that can, but at the time my mum tried the treatment, stem cell treatment, that would hopefully allow her to get rid of it. Didn't work. So she was on medication from that point onwards, and she was doing really well. And she was you wouldn't even know that she had cancer. She was just susceptible to things like, you know, colds and illnesses. We just had to be really careful around her, because obviously her immune system and things were being affected with the blood cancer. It attacks the good blood cells, and it's a horrible disease. Anyway, fast forward to this year. I think my sister's passing took its toll on my mum. She really she was just struggling a little bit before my sister, just small signs. But sadly, I think my sister's passing took its toll on her, and she picked up some kind of infection. I think it was like an infection in the heart or an infection in the lungs, or again, I'm not 100% sure. She had a lot of fluid on the heart and lungs and things, and she just was unable to shift that. She was admitted to hospital. The myeloma, the blood markers that myeloma kind of spikes and shows that things aren't good were really, really high. That combined with the infection just meant that she was battling something that was really, really tough for her. And she's been in hospital for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And sadly, last Wednesday on the 1st of June, she also passed away. So we've had just over a 9-week window where we've lost my sister and my mum. So obviously my dad, my brother and myself have been left rocked by these events, and obviously close surrounding family members as well, not excluding those. Everyone that's close to us has been really affected by this. Now, my mum was just fighting this through to the end, and it's devastating. This one's hit me more because I think I was just starting to process my sister, and now my mum has passed. It just feels like a bit of a double whammy. I did share this on Instagram, so I know a lot of you will maybe have seen this already, but I just kind of feel like I need to sit down and share this with you, because I feel like I'll be doing a disservice going out, running, smiling, being happy and sharing these videos when inside I'm not happy and I'm not anything like that. It's one of the toughest times I've experienced in my life, as I'm sure it is for my dad and my brother and all of our family members. It really has been a struggle, and it is a struggle. You know, it's Saturday when I'm recording this right now. It's 3 days since she's passed. My sister still feels raw enough, but with my mum as well, it's a double whammy. So I just kind of wanted to share with you guys. I had plans today to go out on the trails, do my long run and share this story with you whilst I was out there. Sadly, my back has given up. I'll explain that now. But I needed to get this out there so that you guys were fully aware of my situation. I feel it's important to share, and I hope that if it resonates with some of you, then, you know, we can connect and talk. And I don't normally swear. I never ever swear in my videos, but I do feel like just saying fuck cancer. It has been just unbelievably hard for all of us, and cancer is just a disease that is, oh God, it ravages you. It eats you from the inside out, and it just breaks families. It's been unbelievable. So there we go. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope to get back to making normal videos next week, but I feel like, you know, I share my journey with you guys. I only feel it's right to share these things with you so that you know where I'm at. And if you see things in videos that don't look quite right, my emotional state, that sort of thing, you know why. As for running, I went out. I'm really struggling to sit here right now. My back gave up this morning massively. Going to and from Cheltenham Hospital, where my mum was, has taken its toll on my back. Not that that is any, it makes no odds. Like I would do it all over again, but just a lot of driving. My back feels very compressed, and it has been, especially over the last week, sitting in a lot of hospital chairs. Sitting down now. I woke up this morning really, really suffering with it, and I did a lot of stretching and strength work before I went out for my run. I didn't even get halfway down. I didn't even get half a mile in. Literally, it was the first step onto the trail, and my lower back just locked. My leg right now is twitching. You can't see it. It's nerves. It's something's trapped there right now. It's really quite painful. So I'm going to try and get in and see someone over the next couple of days to see what's going on there. But obviously I'll tiptoe back into running. My priority in all of my weeks at the moment is my double threshold day sessions. So I will ditch my Monday speed session this week and see how it feels in a couple of days. If I feel like an easy trot, and then if I do, and that's good, I'll do moderate, and then I'll do my double session. If not, I'll just kind of literally just easy run until everything's fixed. But I will try and get in and see someone for it. I always advocate, I never try and fix things myself. I always tell people when they say, oh, I've had this niggle, what should I do? Go and see someone. So that's what I'll be trying to do, just to loosen up my back, try and decompress it. I know that sometimes when you stretch weak muscles, it makes it worse. So I'm not going to try and do too much stretching, just a little bit for relief, but not like go crazy over it. So I'm just kind of going to be easing into this week. 4 weeks left, 4 hard weeks left until the big race. But that's fine. If this week needs to be a down week or a no running week, I'm really not too worried at the moment. Again, it will give me a bit of chance to process everything as well. But I have been enjoying my running at the moment. I've been loving it. And I feel like this might be a bit of a sign just to stop for 2 or 3 days. So I'm just going to heed that warning. So there we go. An update I didn't want to share, but I feel it's important to share, and I hope you guys understand. And I appreciate all your support. I got some incredible messages on Instagram. I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional. I didn't get emotional, but trust me, this hurts. I've cried a lot of tears. I feel a lot of pain, and I feel your pain. Some of you shared your stories on Instagram with me about your family relatives going through similar things, and I feel you. I really feel you. I feel like in the future I'm going to do something fundraising wise. I'm just not sure what yet. Maybe for London Marathon, maybe not. I might do something else. I just feel like I need to do something. I want to turn this into a positive and try and do a bit of fundraising. And I'll be reaching out to you guys if I do that. So there we go. I'm not going to do the like, subscribe thing because this isn't that type of video. But I hope you guys understand where I'm at, what page I'm on. I appreciate your support. Videos might come back slowly, just a couple of weeks. I would love to get back into the things full time again, like I was, a video every other day or every 3 days. I'm just going to play it by ear, especially with my back at the moment. So yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much once again. You're amazing. And yeah, see you shortly.